Hello there, it's Matthew from Matthew North Music again, and if you like these sort of videos, please think about subscribing to the channel and hitting the like button. And also, if you hit the little bell icon, then you will be notified next time I upload a video. Anyway, today I'm going to do a little demonstration on this amplifier here. This is a Fender SuperChamp XD, and it's a hybrid amplifier. It has a valve output stage with two 6v6 valves, so it's very similar to a Fender Tweed Deluxe. And it's also got a preamp valve inside it, and it's a ECC 83, so it's like two valves in one basically. And it uses one half of it for the phase splitter to feed the power amp, and it uses the other half as a preamp for the guitar. Then it's got some digital stuff in it, and basically it's got some digital effects here: reverb, chorus, tremolo, delay, etc. And then here it's got this voicing button, and what that will do is it will give you different amp sounds. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a demonstration on how this works and what it sounds like, and hopefully you might find it useful. On the front then we have our basic control panel. We've got two channels. Channel 1 has a basic volume control. We've got a channel select switch, which is also foot switch controllable. We then have a gain control and a master volume. Voice control, which we will talk about when we do the demo. Then we've got two bands of EQ, treble and bass. We've got an FX level control, and then we've got a rotary switch that selects different preset effects built into the amplifier. You can just see in the back that it's got a Jensen vintage style loudspeaker. On the back we've got our mains input, we've got an on-off switch, there's the fuse, there's the speaker output socket, there's a line output and a foot switch. And for this demonstration I've just got an SM58 just popped in front of the cabinet. Okay, so we are on channel 1. I've got the EQ set flat in the middle, and I'm going to probably keep the EQ in the middle for the whole of this demonstration. And so I'm just using channel 1, and this is the basic clean sound. Really nice clean sound. Now let's start to look at these effects. So we've got reverb, so I'm going to just try the reverb to start with. Actually I need to press the button on there to turn the effect on. And if we go to the next setting, it's nice. And the next one again. So yeah, I think the larger sound of reverb to me is my favourite. If I just bring the level down a bit more. And by the way, the guitar is currently set just on the bridge position of the pickup in humbucker mode. Okay, so the reverb's pretty good. Then we got, this is a reverb plus delay. Now we move on to chorus. And again, there's another variation of the chorus here. And then we've got chorus plus delay. If I just turn that level up a bit. So yeah, that's that one. Then we've got plus delay and reverb. This Rotary effects control is very similar to what I had on an old practice amp, an old Fender transistor practice amp. But the tremolo I remember as being very good. So let's listen to the tremolo. Yeah, that's a really... Fender have absolutely nailed the tremolo on these digital effects units. So yeah, that's the tremolo, and it's got I think there's a faster one there. And then we've got vibrato tone. Which basically to me sounds like a flanger. And this is the next one. There's more of a traditional vibrato. And the last option sounds to me like vibrato with reverb. So yeah, the effects on this amp. I think are really, really good. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn to just a basic reverb on the effects side of it, which I will go to the third one and I'll just knock level down a bit. So that kind of sounds like a spring reverb. We're now going to dive into channel 2, and we've got this voicing control which I'm going to sit to number 1, and we'll flick to channel 2, which again I actually need to use on the foot switch because I actually have the foot switch plugged in. So if we bring up the volume a little bit and then the gain. So I've got the gain at about half. So it actually sounds like it's got a bit of a compressor thing going on here, which is quite nice. If I turn the gain up a bit more, so that's a really nice, sort of slightly dirty, clean sound, if you like, with the compressor and the reverb. Yeah, that's a great sound. So I'm now going to turn the gain down a little bit, and I'm going to go on to voicing number 2. So this is more of an overdrive sound here. Yeah, I like that a lot too. Voicing number 3. This is definitely more of a high gain. This is almost sort of getting into plexi Marshall territory. Right, voicing number 4. This is another sort of clean, again, this is more sort of a plexi tone sound, I would guess. Again, if I whack the gain up a bit. But just keeping the gain roughly in the middle, it gives just a brief approximation. I mean, obviously, there's tons of variations you can do with an amp like this, and I'm just going through the basics. So now we're on voicing 5. Nice again. Voicing number 6. Voicing number 7. This is a bit more sort of, this almost sounds a bit solid state, this sound. Voicing number 8. Almost a bit fuzzy now. This is voicing number 9. Very, very fuzzy. Yeah, that's classic 60s fuzz there on number 9. Number 10. Voicing number 11. That's sort of almost a bit sort of grungy lo-fi sort of. It's got that kind of that sound to it, definitely. Right, voicing number 12. Again, that's got a little bit more grit and dirt to it. With some, obviously some sort of compression to give it that sort of sustain. Okay, number 13. Yeah, again, very 80s sort of tone on that, I think. 14. Again, that's got that very sort of 80s high gain sound. The sort of sound you would not expect from an amp like this, but the kind, I mean, I don't know how this is done. I guess this is done with some sort of modelling, but they seem to have actually done it quite well. Has to be said. Okay, number 15. This is much more of a clean tone. And the last one, 16. So this has got a real phasey sound. So there you have it. That's the 16 voices on the amp. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed that video. I think this is actually a terrific little amp, and it's certainly something I would use, and I'd certainly use it for recording as well, because it's very, very quick to dial in a tone that actually sounds pretty decent. And as I said, I've always been very skeptical of anything that involves any kind of digital modelling or whatever, but I think this amp certainly is a lot better than many of the amps I've heard that use this kind of technology. I've got a couple of I've got like a Roland Street Cube thing, that's got some sort of modelling thing in, and for overdrive sort of tones, not so good, but the clean sounds in it are very good. And certainly the effects on this amp, you know, the reverbs, the chorus, the tremolo, and the brilliant delays and stuff. Yeah, it's a really good sounding amp. So yeah, I think, you know, if you want to get something that's kind of an all-in-one really for doing lots of different things, something like this I would say is the sort of thing to go for. Well, as you probably guessed from this video, this amplifier doesn't actually belong to me, and I'm just trying it out. However, I thought this was a new product, but it actually isn't. It's actually from between 2007 and 2011. And with that in mind, I can see why the effects here are very similar to the practice amp I had, which I bought circa 2003. And these amps aren't in production anymore, and there is a modern version which's got software updates and stuff. But I think this could be seen as a forgotten classic, because I actually think, as a bit of a Valve tone snob, that the voicing on this voicing control, the presets are actually very, very good, and they certainly give you a very close sound to what those sort of classic amp sounds are. The speaker inside though is very good, and it's got a true Valve power section. So you kind of got the best of both worlds with this amp. And much as I've never really been one for modelling and as such like, I think this thing could be the exception to prove the rule. I really do. I think it's a really, really great amplifier. So if you see one of these second hand and it's not too expensive, I would certainly consider picking one up. And certainly if I saw one at a reasonable price, I'd probably pick one up myself. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. If you have, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.